So let's move on to something a little bit more advanced. The first example was just creating a table all by itself, just sitting out there in the wilderness alone. In this case, we have branch and customer already in existence, and we're creating a table that connects them together. And in a many relationship, each branch has multiple customers. Each customer has multiple branches. Foreign keys are going from the outside inside. How do I know this? You can see here that it says foreign key C name matches that. Foreign key B name matches that. We have an associated entity here. Let's see what else is going on here. Just reading it without being in a database itself. We're creating a table named deposit. We have the account number that cannot be null. That is a good indication right there that it's probably going to become the primary key, which we see happening down here. We've got our two foreign keys, which are doubled up there, and then the balance double. That's a type of number indicator. Okay, so gonna keep this in mind, but we're gonna zoom over to access because, and I can actually show it like this. You can see, so I already made the branch table in here, but I haven't made the customer table. And just learned how to create a basic table in SQL, but I just want to show you the point and click GUI side because it's a little faster, and in the long run, will you be creating tables in SQL versus the point and click version? Probably ending up doing point and click for stuff like that. Usually, if you have a graphical user interface, which you don't always have. Okay, so I'm going to move this aside. So you want to create a table. You can create a table. It's not that fancy. So we already know that double clicking table brings you to this, which you're actually looking at the records. That's not what we need. So this is going to be our customer table, our field names. So what is this going to be? We have, this is our C name. You have to make sure that these are correct because we have code and stuff that's depending on this. We have a street, we have the city. C name is not an auto number. This is one of our non-ideal primary keys. This is going to be text. So we have a super lame primary key, but it is what is in the example. You can tell that's identified already as the primary key because little picture here. Usually it's just going to drop that as the first thing because it knows that every single entity needs a primary key. So easy. Do we need to do anything fancy with the rest of these? No. All right, cool. So let's close that. Yes, we would like to save that. Now we have our prerequisites here. So here I just copy pasted what I had before. You run it. Hey, look, deposit table. That looks like that worked. Cool. Database tools. Let's open up our relationships. Yep. Okay, when I closed that, reopened it, it updated, and you can see deposits. Yay. We have our tables, everything we created, whether SQL or anything. I added these two earlier. When we move it, we can see that it actually remembered the foreign keys that we programmed into it via SQL. My states is by itself. We haven't connected to anything, but yeah, that's cool. And you can see that C name, the primary key, actually points to exactly where the foreign key is, which is a nice feature for access. So even though it's not labeled like deposit, you can't see here which one is the foreign key inside of the table. You can see it through this way. Little infinity signs plug right in. Cool. So that is an advanced crate table example. It's not that fancy. It's not that hard to do, but it is a lot of making sure that you remember to connect all the things. All right.